Buonasera, tennis fans. Rome absolutely erupted today, and we had Jannik Sinner leveling Novak Djokovic's record. We had Darderi upsetting Sasha Zverev, and we had two young Spanish players who are breaking onto the scene right now in Jodar and Landaluce. And we got on the women's side, Coco Gauff coming back from a set down to make it to the semi-finals. That's right, and if you haven't done so yet, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. This is surely fitting. I thought I'd do it for the Italian fans out there. We're in Rome, we've got the Colosseum, and now we've got a little bit of Italian wear on as well. Come on, I'm embracing the Rome vibe, and what a tournament we are having right now. Today has not disappointed, that's for sure. And we've got to start in one place and one place only. It's with the record. The record is leveled by Jannik Sinner as he ties Novak Djokovic with 31. 31. Can you believe it? When you saw that record by Djokovic, didn't think that anybody was going to get close. And Jannik Sinner has now leveled it. And he is only one match away from claiming the record outright. He is an Andre Rublev away from getting that record. It's battle of the gingers to decide the record. We'd rather have it no other way, would we? What a dramatic match will be. Rublev in good form as well. But I think what Jannik Sinner did on court yet again today, it was not going to be the toughest match. Obviously, Pellegrino was just happy to be there a bit. Didn't ever expect to get this far. First set was an absolute drubbing, as we would expect. And he sort of just came into it a little bit more, settled down, but very straightforward. 6-2, 6-3. There's not much more you can say about the performance, to be honest. Every time Pellegrino looked like he wanted to up the pace, Jannik Sinner was equal to it, and he injected even more pace into it. A few good shots here and there by Pellegrino, but you just have to string so many together in a row to beat Jannik Sinner. And he was unable to do so across the whole course of the match, as is the case with many other people. He did better than Popperin. But yeah, we know that there's been other players even better than them who have suffered much worse results against Jannik Sinner. And the big question is, if anyone can beat him, who? Andre Rublev is the next opponent. He went to 3 sets with Basilashvili. If you're going to go to 3 sets with Basilashvili, have you really got a chance against Jannik Sinner? Probably it's slim. I'd say very, very slim, the opportunity. Will the pressure get to Jannik Sinner? He knows there's a lot on the line now, more on the line than there was before. And going for a 6 Masters in a row, now going for a record which he will own on his own. Yeah, it's big. This is the biggest moment, I think, that's been coming for Jannik Sinner. He didn't get a chance to get the Australian Open at the start of the year, but now there's an all-time record on the line, and he's going to be probably holding on to that for quite some time. Andre Rublev stands in his way. Let me know in the comments, is he going to defeat Andre Rublev and just get through that quarterfinal with ease and then go on to maybe even lift the trophy here as well? I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility, is it? It's highly likely that Jannik Sinner will be able to get through and win this whole entire tournament. But there are still some interesting players left in the draw. And where do we start with the other ones, to be honest? I think we're going to have to flick straight away to another Italian, one that I had in my fantasy team, but it was up against JG's fantasy team, and I came out not on top. Casper Ruud absolutely destroyed Lorenzo Musetti, and when Casper Ruud's in this type of form, he looks every bit the part on a clay court. So dangerous. He looked fantastic out there. Like the level of topspin he was putting on the ball and putting deep on the court to get Lorenzo Musetti in trouble all the time. Sometimes he'd run around his backhand at his own peril, because as soon as you fire it into the open court, cross court, Musetti's backhand down the line was there, single-hander, bang. He learned his lesson, though. And I think Casper Ruud, just such a dangerous player in this tournament. He's, for me, in this tournament so far, I know everybody's going to look at Jodar. For me, Casper Ruud's the second best player right now in this tournament. The credentials are there from the past as well. We know how good he is. Jodar is an unknown entity, but the way that Casper Ruud defeated Musetti in Italy, it's a statement win. And into the quarterfinals, he hasn't dropped a set yet, has to be noted. And once he's in a rhythm, one of the worst players you can come up against on clay, definitely won't want to be facing him at Roland Garros. He's going to be helping his ranking as well. Obviously, you've got to remember, moving his way up. I'll have a quick look where he is in the lives now. I should have done that before, shouldn't I? Let's have a look. And it's showing Casper Ruud. Where are you, Ruud? So he's only in 24th in the world, which that is wild. Obviously, if he goes deeper in this tournament, there are opportunities for him to grow even higher in the rankings. Could be within inside the top 20 easily come the end of the tournament, but still tough matches ahead. And his next match is against Khachanov. Expect him to win that one. But the whole tournament is erupted. And it's not just about the Italians. We'll get on to one of the other Italians, obviously Sinner doing so well. We'll speak about Darderi in a second. I think we've got to touch on Jodar first, though, because, I mean, Lerner Tien, I think he did well to get this far. On clay, still very much finding his feet. This is not his type of surface, but he's young and he's learning. But the first set, just absolute one-way traffic from Jodar. Very aggressive first strike tennis, big returns, quick holds, and just really fearless from the baseline. That was the best thing about his game today. And Tien never had any time on the ball, so wasn't able to build any points. He loves a long rally, that type of thing, likes to grind away. It didn't get a chance. Second set, a bit more competitive, but Jodar, once the damage is done in a set, he looks like he can just hold on. And on clay, being a Spaniard, being another Rafael, it's all pointing towards a fantastic performance. And yeah, he's just, I think he's the youngest teenager to be able to get to back-to-back Masters quarterfinals since Rafael Nadal, which just crazy what he's doing. The fact he's continuing in this great form, more power to him, and he just showing he belongs on the stage. That's the main thing, the main takeaway. And he's being followed up by JG's wild card as well. He's been having a good year, and he's maybe getting a little bit of momentum from his countryman Jodar doing so well. And Alcaraz being out the picture, the other Spanish players can shine. And Landaluce defeated Medvedev, who's a really powerful player, Medvedev. But yeah, Landaluce, I think he knew that it was going to be a really difficult matchup, this one, with the power favoring Medvedev. But he just played his game in a much cleaner way, just stayed calm, kept the ball in play, and then in the big moments took over. That was just impressive management of a tennis match. I think he showed a lot of maturity in this match. Obviously, he could have had a much tougher match in this round, found himself against Medvedev, who was there due to his own credit, but it could have been a lot tougher. And it just showed, I think, both of them maybe slightly naive, but Medvedev more naive. And Landaluce showing that he was able to hold himself better in the bigger moments. And the lucky loser, as crazy as that is into the quarterfinals. The first player born in 2006 or later to reach the stage of the Masters on clay and hard courts. So that is wild. But we've got to touch on the drama of the day, which was obviously my guy from my fantasy team. It's Luciano Darderi. Yes, of course. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I thought he was down and out. I thought, oh no, he lost the first set 6-1. Zverev was in total control of the whole of first set. Darderi looked out of sorts. He was just, it looked like it was going to be a very quick match. And he was just going to be going home packing, and the crowd weren't even involved really in the first set. It was sad to see. And then the second set, everything changed. Zverev was even up a break in that second set as well, which was the wildest thing I thought about that second set. He was up a break twice, in fact, and it was only when he was serving for the match that he got broken at 5-4. Then he had breakpoint opportunities at 5-all as well. Didn't take them. They went into the tie break, and then 4 match points. Crazy. One at 6-5, one at 8-7, one at 9-8, one at 10-9. Didn't take any of them. And eventually just got outlasted. The crowd obviously played a factor. But yeah, as you can see, the mental side of the game, which Sasha Zverev sometimes struggles with, as soon as that tiebreak was gone, he was gone. And Darderi was on the up. And I don't think I've seen Zverev bageled. I can't even remember when the last time I saw him bageled. Bear in mind, he's one of the best clay court players on tour, if not the third or fourth best. Or he's been to the Roland Garros final, and Darderi has just literally turned him over. And that second set was pivotal. Yeah, his head went, and it's a first Masters quarterfinal for Darderi, biggest win of his career, I think. And now it's brilliant, but it's also danger because, of course, next he faces Rafael Jodar. Scary, scary stuff. And this me versus JG again, it seems, in the Fantasy League. And the Fantasy League is pretty close. I mean, I'll show you here. This is our league. Oh, I'll try and go down in the league so I can show you where we all are. And where am I in the league? Let's have a look. Oh, we've got to do it on game week because I've only started this week. We'll go all the way down. There I am in 33rd spot. JG only 8 points behind me. Oh dear. So this is a real pivotal match. I think it decides the whole thing for us. If Jodar wins, I think JG wins. If Darderi wins, I think I win. But I'm guessing Jodar is going to be the favourite. The bookies have him as the favourite. I have no idea which way it's going to go. Moving over to the women's side and some of the other matches that were played. Obviously, they're one round ahead. The biggest match of the day was Coco Gauff. She was up against Mira Andreeva. And what a performance. And definitely the match of the day on the women's side. Impressive to see Gauff coming back from a set down, which I know that she's not had the best year so far, but showing grit and determination in a match like this is what led her to win Roland Garros. And we need this type of performance from Coco leading up to Roland Garros again. Andreeva starts very well, but I always worry about her in third sets. I don't know why, especially against more experienced players like Coco Gauff. Like Coco, proven herself over time to be quite gritty. Looked quite rushed early on. Didn't manage to dictate any rallies, but then after the first set was done, she like physically took over the game. Defense was brilliant, made the rallies longer, and just was going at Andreeva's second serve. Yeah, I mean, Andreeva, she just had to hit too many extra balls under pressure, and that's where the match turned on its head, really. Gauff stronger to finish. I think Andreeva will learn a lot from this match. That's the main thing. Gauff, another comeback win from a set down in Rome, and she improves to 5-0 in the head-to-head against Andreeva, which is just a favourable matchup, it seems. Maybe Andreeva will one day get that win against her, but it didn't prove to be the case this time. Obviously, there was one other match that was played today on the women's side, and that one was, I believe, Sorana Cîrstea, and Sorana Cîrstea still winning the matches. How is she doing it? She this time in straight sets again, beats Ostapenko this time, and she moves through, and she'll be facing Coco Gauff in the semi-finals. And we've got obviously the other quarterfinals, Pegula versus Iga. We've got Svitolina Rybakina, and you can see there on the men's, the quarterfinals there. Very, very interesting. Medvedev, we not mentioned him. He's up against Landaluce, and Sinner versus Rublev. But that's just a quick wrap up from today's action. Tell me your thoughts in that comment section below. What do you make of Sinner's record? Will he get this final win over Andrei Rublev? And will he win the whole thing? And who do you think's going to win? Darderi or Jodar? Who do you have your money on? You know who I'll be cheering on. Anyway, if you haven't done it, give us a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.